All right, so we're going to create our own scratch art butterfly starting today. And the very first layer is a colorful layer. And then tomorrow we're going to be covering it up with black and we're going to be scratching designs into it. So you're actually making your own scratch art instead of just buying the scratch art sheets. But we have to get this colorful layer done today first. And one of the most important things we need to remember is that the wings need to match on each side. The top and bottom don't have to match, but if we imagine a line down the middle of the butterfly, the top two wings have to match and the bottom two wings have to match. We call that symmetry. So when you get started, you're gonna choose a set of colors from the supply table. I've got pink and red and then kind of this light orange and dark orange here. First thing you want to color is the body. You can color it one color or you can certainly do a pattern. So maybe I'll do pink and then orange and then red here in the body. So very, very important. We need to make sure we are not leaving any white spaces. You got to keep coloring it until it's fully colored because the scratch art doesn't work as well if there's a bunch of white space in the color layer. So it's okay if a little bit gets outside the lines because we will eventually be cutting these out, like this one here, but no white spaces. That's the most important part. So now that the body's colored, I'm ready to do the top wings. And I am gonna start with some sort of shape or line. So I think I'm gonna do kind of a nice big orange curve like that. And if I do it to one side, I do the exact same thing to the other side. And then I'm gonna fill those in. So I make sure I color it so it looks like that, not like that. That's not enough because I can see white spaces in there. So make sure, and if you're having trouble, sometimes you can use your finger. Whoops, looks like I have a little red on my finger, but it looks like you can use your finger there to kind of blend it if you need to. I guess just make sure your finger is clean. So I'm gonna do a red loop around the orange loop now, like that. And I'm gonna color it in all the way so there's no white space between the red loop and the orange loop. So no white spaces. Again, every color you do, no white spaces. Now, once you've got a few things done, you can always change things around too. I don't have to keep doing the loops. Maybe I decide I want to do, let's do some pink circles. So if I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 circles on that side, how many do I need on this side? I need the same exact number. I need 5. And the first one was a little bit bigger and they got a little bit smaller. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then I'm gonna use this really light orange, almost like a golden yellow. When I go around the dots, I like to kind of outline them so I don't accidentally color over them. But I'm gonna fill in the rest of the top wings with this light orange here. And as soon as I do it to one side, I always need to remember, immediately, right away, do the exact same thing to the other side. Because if you don't do it right away, you might forget to do it, and then your wings won't match. They won't be symmetrical. All right, almost there. Okay, so I'm looking for white spots. If I see any, I gotta go back and kind of fill them in. All right, so then I'm gonna kind of turn it this way so it's easier to color. Now I'm gonna go around this wing and make it match. Oh, I forgot to outline around my pink circles. Gotta be careful on those. Now, remember I said it doesn't matter if a little bit gets outside. It's more important that the whole edge of the wing is colored. We don't wanna leave white spaces around the edge. So if a little bit gets outside, not a big deal. All right, and then once my top wings are done, then I need to do the bottom wings. So you should have at least one kind of design. I actually did 2 different ones up here. I did the dots along the edge. I did the loops in the middle. But you should never ever just color a whole wing one color. That's not creating a design. And I think I'm gonna do the kind of this eyeball design at the bottom. In the video that we learn about later, we'll see that that is something that kind of almost looks like eyeballs, and so it can scare predators away. So that's a really common design on butterflies because it helps protect them and keep them safe from predators. So I'm going to use the red to start with. I'm going to put a red circle in each eye, or not eye, each wing, and then I'm going to go orange around it like this. And then I think I'm gonna do my pink. Nope, I'm gonna save my pink for last because I don't want too much of the same color next to that color on the top wing. So I'm actually gonna end these ones in pink. So far, same on both sides. These wings match. All right, and then I'm gonna finish up with pink right around the edges of the wings. Then again, make sure you are not leaving any white spaces. Now, once the coloring is done, we're gonna stop for today, and we'll be doing the scratch art part tomorrow. But very important, you need to put your name on the back, and you wanna put it where the butterfly is, so that when you cut it out, you don't lose your name. You can see I'm just using an oil pastel to write it, but try to write your name on the back, somewhere in the middle, kind of where the butterfly is on your paper, so that when you cut it out, you will still have your name on the back.